at that scene carefully, because it is a nigh perfect symbol and reflection of the reality that we happen to live in. A reality which, in actuality, bears quite a great deal of resemblance to the fabled Matrix. What exactly am I talking about specifically? Well, I'm talking about just what the scene describes. A world that seems perfectly normal, where everyone is plugged in, where you, the unplugged, are not. And a world, as Morpheus says, where the plugged in are so dependent on the system that they will fight you to preserve that system. Moreover, the irony should be lost to no one that the woman in the red dress is an agent of violence, but that agency, that proxy agency, is exercised and enacted by a man, the actual agent, a male wielding a gun. And thus do we find ourselves in a situation absurdly similar to the Matrix. Because the things we talk about, the things we deal with, are so core to what it means to be a human being, and so core to the nature of the Matrix itself. It's what keeps the Matrix going, essentially, that the analogy cannot be drawn too often, in my opinion. In this video, I want to talk about something that's very important, namely the male dwellers in the Matrix, the enablers, and they are legion. They are truly legion. They represent the vast majority of men. And there are different names for them: white knights, manginas, pussy beggars, PUAs, so on and so forth. All these men, in some way, shape, or form, serve the interests of women. Different ways. In the previous video, I made the point, a point I strongly believe in, that feminism does not exist without women, but neither does feminism exist without men. And a more twisted result of men's desire to serve the female collective will. The collective desire of men to serve the Borg consensus, if you wish to call it such. The Borg consensus offers commands the slave, for lack of a better word, and the slave obeys. The slave obeys even when it's to its own detriment, or even when it's to the detriment of other slaves. That is to say that feminism came about because men, constantly listening and heeding the words of women, the desire to satisfy women's wishes, they put the laws into practice. They made desire into law. But this is nothing new, because this has been going on for millennia, if not millions of years. Men have always kowtowed and adhered to the desires of women. Men have always been what women wanted them to be. They've always subordinated their desire for freedom to their desire